Today we're not talking about sports cars, private jets, or fat bank accounts. We're peeling back the curtain on something far more powerful, the silent traits that many women crave but rarely talk about. You've heard it before: money makes the world go round. But let's be honest, money doesn't create depth. It doesn't inspire emotional connection, and it certainly doesn't build respect. And if you're a man walking the path of Stoicism, you already know the truth. External wealth without internal strength is empty. So what do women really want when the masks come off? What qualities reach deeper than luxury ever could? Let's break down 6 timeless traits that many women are magnetically drawn to, often more than money. Each one of these is rooted in Stoic philosophy, discipline, virtue, and clarity of mind. Master these, and you'll not only attract high quality women, you'll attract a better version of yourself. In a distracted world, a focused man is rare. A woman may be surrounded by men with wealth, power, and status, but she will always remember the man who truly listened to her. Not the one who nodded while scrolling his phone. Not the one who heard her words but never felt her meaning. But the man who sat with full attention, with calm eyes and a silent presence that said, "I'm here, and nothing else matters right now." Emotional presence is not about fixing her problems or offering solutions. It's about being there with intention, making her feel seen, not managed. Stoics know that presence is power. It's not passive, it's active stillness. And it's magnetic. In a world of noise, the man who can be fully present creates safety, depth, and desire. And no amount of money can replace the experience of being truly understood. Self-control is the most undervalued form of dominance. Most men react. The Stoic man responds. When she pushes your buttons, do you flare up or stay calm? When temptation knocks, do you collapse or stand firm? A man who isn't ruled by his emotions becomes the anchor in her storm. Stoicism teaches that real power is inner mastery, to possess yourself fully, to feel emotions but never be their slave. A man who doesn't get jealous, who doesn't lash out, who doesn't collapse under lust or fear, that man becomes unforgettable. Women may not verbalize it, but they sense it, they admire it. Because it's rare, and rarity is power. It's not about being emotionless, it's about being emotionally sovereign. A man without purpose is like a ship without a sail, drifting, directionless, easily sunk by emotional waves. A man with purpose, he becomes unstoppable. Women don't fall in love with your looks or your lines. They fall in love with your direction, your pursuit, your mission, your momentum. A Stoic doesn't wait for motivation, he acts from principle. He doesn't chase pleasure, he chases progress. And when you live with that kind of focused discipline, you radiate confidence and leadership. You don't need to say you're high value, she'll feel it. So build, pursue, execute. The man who knows where he's going never needs to beg someone to come along. In a world where most people shift with the wind, a man who stands on principle is rare and revered. Say what you mean. Do what you say even when it's uncomfortable. That's integrity. It's not loud. It's not flashy. But it builds a deep emotional trust that money simply can't buy. Women respect a man who doesn't lie to get his way, who doesn't ghost when things get tough, who doesn't wear a mask just to impress. She might not call it integrity, but she'll feel it. When your words match your actions, when your values guide your choices, when you don't fold under pressure, that's where attraction goes from surface level to soul deep. Stoicism calls us to live in accordance with virtue, to align our life with truth. And when you do, you become unshakable. Confidence doesn't always roar. Sometimes it walks in quietly and commands the entire room without saying a word. Stillness is not about inactivity, it's about rootedness. A man who doesn't need to dominate, brag, or impress because he already knows who he is. That's the kind of energy that women feel on a primal level. It's the subtle gravity that pulls her in, not with words but with weight. The Stoics weren't monks in caves, they were warriors, emperors, teachers. But through all of life's chaos, they cultivated calm, and when you do the same, you create a field around you and of quiet power. It says, I'm not moved by trends, I am not shaken by rejection. I am not chasing approval. That kind of peace is rare. And rare is irresistible. Loyalty isn't just about fidelity. It's about how you show up. It's how you treat your friends when no one's looking. It's how you honor your word even when it's inconvenient. It's how you stay committed not out of obligation, but out of principle. In a world of swipes, likes, and ghosting, consistency is rebellion. A man who's loyal to his values, to his brothers, to his partner, not just when it's easy. But when it's hard, that man becomes a fortress of trust. Loyalty builds emotional safety. It creates a bond that no amount of money can imitate. And when she knows you won't fold when things get rough, she doesn't just want you, she relaxes into you. Recap the 6 things women secretly crave more than cash. Let's break it down. Emotional presence, the man who listens without judgment, who makes her feel seen. Self-control, the man who doesn't break under pressure, the man on a mission with or without applause. Integrity, the man who keeps his word even when no one's watching. Stillness, the man who leads with quiet strength, not loud arrogance. Loyalty, the man who shows up and stays, not just when it's easy. Each of these is an internal trait, rooted in the Stoic virtues of discipline, clarity, and emotional control. These are not things you buy. These are things you build. And when you become this kind of man, not only do you attract better women, you attract a stronger, more powerful version of yourself. In a world obsessed with image, you stand apart when you build substance. The Stoic path isn't for the weak. It's for the man who's done chasing, who's ready to cultivate a life of depth, discipline, and purpose. Money may impress, but character inspires. So the next time you wonder what women really want, remember it's not the car, the status, or the clothes. It's the man behind it all. And that men you can become. If this message struck a chord, drop a comment. Which of these 6 traits do you value most, or which one are you working on right now? And if you're walking the Stoic path, make sure to hit subscribe. Because here on Stoic Edge, we're not just building attraction. We're building men of substance. Until next time, stay grounded, stay sharp, and never chase. Stoic Edge.